We're supposed to be going to sleep. I'm pooped. Oh my goodness. I just looked at the clock. It's 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning. Oh my goodness, I'm wide awake. So excited. It's now officially moving day. Well, in, what did I just say? It's 3:30, 4, 5, 6. I can't do maths. In about 5 hours' time. Yeah, in about 5 hours' time, it's moving day. I think I've done everything I can do. Lists, more lists. I've got one final checklist for tomorrow, of course. Of course, I've got a checklist for tomorrow. Meter readings and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, you know what this reminds me of? It's like being a kid again, just on Christmas Eve. I honestly, I've not experienced this since I was a kid, this ridiculous excitement that's stopping me from going to sleep, but yeah, I've got to try because it's going to be a long day. So, I'm going to turn the light off again and yeah, I am pooped, and try again to sleep. And I'll see all of you in the morning, bright and breezy, to get these boxes and stuff. The bed's got to be dismantled. My bed's got to be dismantled, but not while I'm in it. Right, lights going off. See you when it's sun up. See you on moving day. Night night. Good morning, lovely people. I sound morning croaky. It finally is dawn morning. Excuse me. Blimey, I've hardly had a wink of sleep. It's ridiculously exciting. Last night, yeah, I said, or not last night, even early hours of this morning. Hang on. Sorry, excuse me. I said, it's like being a kid on Christmas Eve. It also, this feeling, it reminds me of having first night nerves or opening night nerves. You know, you've rehearsed for 3 or 4 weeks, you know what you're doing, but tonight's the opening night. You get up in the morning, and like, oh, I feel a bit shaky, but it's great. So it's 1 week and 1 day since my original move-in, or move-out, more of that, move-out day, and I've ended up in the same top. Is that serendipitous? I don't know. So, my goodness, well, you have seen from the thumbnail now that, yeah, I'm leaving London. Not quite on a jet plane. Leaving London after 35 years. Goodness me, I came to London in 1990 after university to see if the streets were paved with gold. They might not have been paved with gold, but it has been a blast. I have loved every single minute of living in London, and I was I was really reluctant to leave, really reluctant. I'm so bonded with this community, but I was priced out, simple as that. The problem with looking for a ground floor flat is ground floor flats usually come with a garden, and that bumps the price up 10-20%. And I was looking at places, doer-uppers, and even with doer-uppers, they would be right at the top end of my budget, which would mean, yeah, I could get the place, but I would have no money left for the doing up fund. So I'm leaving London and I'm moving to the English countryside. You'll see more and where later. But because I'm moving, it's quite far away, and because I don't drive, the move is happening over 2 days. So this morning, here in London at the Cottage in the Sky. It's the last morning at the Cottage in the Sky. I had a bath last night and I was lying there in the tub thinking, this is my last bath in the Cottage in the Sky. And then I thought, Vivi, this is going to be your last bath ever, possibly, because my new flat doesn't have a bath, it has a shower room. Anyway, so my crew will be here in about 2 hours. It's about 7 o'clock at the moment. I've been up since 6 o'clock. I probably didn't go to sleep till about 4:30. It's going to be a long day, but a great day. So my gang will get here and obviously get everything out. I need to I've just, you know, all the bed stuff's dumped. I'll just pile all the bedding up in a pile for now so that can all stay together. And then once they've gone, once everything's out, then I can have a last bit of a clean in the place. The bathroom has been scrubbed to make it look good as new again. The kitchen, all the cupboards, everything's been scrubbed out. The oven, the fridge, the freezer, it's all scrubbed clean. But I'll do a quick sort of dust and hoover because, you know, a place like behind the bed, I pulled the bed out about a month ago to hoover, but the dust accumulates. So a bit of a quick clean. And then the hoover will be the last thing that can go on the back of the truck. And then, my downstairs neighbour, I said goodbye to her at the beginning of January because she was going away for 3 months. She came back yesterday. So it was like, so she came up with a bottle of wine and said, there you go, that's for your first drink in your new home, thank you. So I'll just spend a quick bit of time with her. Might show you the place. I might show you stages this morning, I don't know. But then I will wave goodbye to my truck and I will head to the train station, take a couple of trains and a bus and eventually get to my new destination. But I probably won't get there till this evening, till about, I think the earliest I'm going to get there is 6 or 7 o'clock this evening, which is too late for my truck to be meeting me to unload. So tonight I'm going to be staying in a pub. They've actually got a little, I think it's like an outbuilding they've converted, but yes, every good countryside village or town has a pub in the middle of it. So I've booked myself a room at the inn, so I should stay overnight in the pub without going to the pub. I need to be clear-headed for tomorrow, and then my truck will make so my truck is going to stay in London. The truck will make its way in the early hours. They're going to set off from London and meet me at my new place at 9:30 tomorrow morning. So it's a 2-day move, and that was part of the problem with trying to book my removal slot. Is it wasn't as straightforward as just having something for a day. So is there anything else I wanted to mention right now? No, I think I've got a couple of very, very last minute things to pack, my laptop and things like, so my overnight bag, things like chargers for everything, chargers for my camera, chargers, the lead for my computer, the charger for my phone. Yes, I've packed a screwdriver and a tape measure and a loo roll, and I'm a very practical girl. So I've packed bits and pieces. So yeah, I think now, I'm going to head off. I'll catch up with you again shortly in your time and a few hours in my time, but I'm just going to do a double check of that I've got everything. I've got a list for my overnight bag, but also, I'm just going to have one more scoot around and make sure I'm happy with, just happy with everything. Just double check before I wend my way. I actually, just while you're here, I've captured you while I'm waiting. Because the move got delayed, excuse me, on the weekend on Saturday, I was feeling a bit restless. It's sort of like, oh, I'm sort of betwixt and between time. So I decided, I went for a walk on my high street. So here's me, I went up to the top of the hill and then down to the bottom of the hill and then back home. But I went by way of all my favourite shops. I've always said it's such a great little high street that I live on. So I took the opportunity to pop into the shops to go and thank the staff for all their wonderful service over the years and to say goodbye. That was all. So I started at the top of the hill in my favourite second-hand place where I go for all my second-hand books. It's a charity shop, but they're kind of, they're a bit pricey. They're more like a second-hand anyway. I popped in there, and of course they've all known for months about the move. And so every week when I'm in there, they say, any news, what's the news? Excuse me. So it was great to be able to finally say to them, it's happening, I'm going in a couple of days, sort of thing. And the response was so lovely. Massive hugs, big hugs from them all, and damp eyes. It was so sweet. So I went to the door and they were all there and they're like, bye Vivi, we're really going to miss you. We'll miss your smile. We'll miss your chatter. You've been a great customer. Bye. It's like, oh my goodness. And then goodbye at the ironmongers and coming down the hill. I even went into my local Tesco. It's just a little one. But the staff are so lovely and we have the same staff all the time. And recently in that branch of Tesco's, they built a sort of almost like a box cage around the tills, and you know, they keep the expensive booze and the fags and stuff behind. It's to stop theft, I guess at night, or I suppose even in the day. So it's like the staff are in this cage now, God love them. And there wasn't a queue at that point, so I just popped in and a couple of my favourites were behind the tills. And I said, it's finally happening, because they know as well. And they went, what, the move? You're finally moving? I said, yeah, it's finally happening. And bless them, they came out from inside their cage. They came out onto the shop floor to give me hugs. This is Tesco. It's lovely. So again, more hugs there. Then next door is the post office. So I went into the post office where I've been a regular for years, but especially in recent years with having an online business. And once again, they all got up from the desks behind the glass, came out the little side door, came around the front into the post office, hugs. A couple of people had come in behind me. They didn't seem to mind. They kind of went, oh, good luck. Don't know them. So yeah, it was utterly delightful. Literally every shop I went into to say thank you and goodbye, I got hugs, and in a couple of places there were some tears. And it's like, yeah, that's why I wanted to stay. But I'm delighted with the location I've picked. So, and it's time for a new chapter. It is time for a new chapter. The last 5 years, since 2020, things have been really tough, emotionally, physically tough as well, but emotionally. And it was time to draw a line in the sand and say, I need a fresh start. I need to reinvent myself and just start with a clean page. So I can't start with a clean page until I finish packing and get this move underway. So I'll see you in a little while. So I'll put the kettle on. I don't often drink a hot drink, but I think I need to wet my whistle this morning. I'll have a chamomile tea, please. Phew, right, it's 10:30. Progress report. Plants are coming in last. But, yep. Oh, backing up. That's the kitchen. Almost done. Oh gosh, it looks so weird, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the kitchen. Almost done. What am I saying almost done? It's pretty much done. Books are next, but this end of the room now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, getting there. Obviously that's my cabinet now protected. the glass in the front. Everything's out from under the bed. Things are really dusty. I haven't moved this cabinet for years, so don't even look at that dust. Yeah, grandfather's clock's going to get wrapped in a second, and then wardrobe, bathroom, and we're done. That's all some of my art. Oh yeah, and then the books, and that's it. And then we'll be away. Phew, life condensed into boxes. Actually, it's condensed down quite well. You see, I'm not a hoarder. I don't have clutter. Every time someone says, why don't you have a clutter busting session? Why? What for? Right. Progress is being made. I will update you after the next chunk of progress. I'm done in, absolutely done in now. It's 2:30. It has taken longer than was planned. I was planning to get a 2:30 train. I'm broken. This is it. Get my heart off again. This is it. This is the end of the cottage in the sky. It has served me well. Hang on, I'm just going to put my hat. I don't know where I put my. Oops, sorry. Where have I put my glasses? Oh, they're there. Yeah. Oh, this place has served me well. What a happy little flat this has been. All empty, all devoid. Oh, I am feeling suddenly a bit weepy. I've left some spare planks for her for the floor. I feel like I need to rush because I need to get 2 trains and I need to get a bus at the other end, and I'm getting worried about missing. You see, this thing about moving to the countryside, missing the last bus at night. But never mind that for now. Let's just take this in. It's all gone. Oh, but you can see. Well, do you think empty it looks bigger? I think it looks smaller now it's empty. Pauline, my lovely neighbour downstairs, she's been keeping me company and she's just cleaning outside now. Look, yeah, my floor is on the wonk. She thinks it looks big. Oh my goodness, a bookcase with no books on it is a very sad thing indeed. And, yeah, empty. Empty. This is just some bits and bobs for the new girl. Let me just turn around again. I was going to, hot. It's a really hot, I think this might be the hottest day this year so far. Of course it would be hot today, wouldn't it? There's nowhere to sit. I was going to sit now at the last moment. I might go sit on the window seat. I'm about to blow. I'll see you later. Hello again, lovelies. I'm not actually this pale. That's a very odd light fixture. I am now, oh, cough, cough. I'm now deep in the countryside. I'm at the pub, and the door shows it too. As I thought, I sort of looked online. This little pub, I'm actually out the back in what were the stables or of some sort of great cavernous ceiling. But yeah, my train, nothing ever goes straightforwardly, does it? My train was late, so I missed the bus. I think there wasn't another bus for 2 hours, and I just thought, I'm going to get a taxi. So remember when I had to rush off to my solicitors with those documents, and I ended up not taking the taxi because I said I need every penny. Well, I'm glad I didn't, because I needed that money today for this taxi. So yeah, I'm here now. Great. This is just, and I might get all emotional again now. I mean, it's just such an emotional day. After I wrapped things up at the cottage in the sky, I was just trying to get things done so quickly, knowing about the time limit in order to get over, head out wacky west. I've headed west, friends. Just hyper aware of time. I was going to say my flatmate, my neighbour downstairs, Pauline, has always been such a great friend anyway. She was brilliant this morning and this lunchtime, distracting me, chatting to me, and then it all went on longer. But she said, "Look, don't worry." She said, "What do you need to do?" And I said, "I've got to clean the flat. Well, hoover. I'd already scrubbed the kitchen and bathroom. I just needed to hoover and mop the skirting boards." And she said, "Wait, what else?" I said, "Oh, I need to get my meter reading downstairs. I need to take my ladders down to get my meter reading." She said, "Right, I'll take my ladders, I'll go and do your meter reading, you do the hoovering, and then we'll work out what you need to do next." She was just so great. So yeah, it was all a bit of a hurry in the end. Another big hug on the doorstep, that made me cry, and quickly nip across the road to the estate agent to drop my keys off. Another hug there, that made me cry. And whiz across London. Actually, getting across London wasn't too bad. Got onto my train, heading out, and just, I can feel it now. Just this is silly. Just wave after wave of emotion of, I'll get it together, hang on. I've just been really, really sad. Really sad to leave because, right, Vivi, get it together. I've been so happy there. That's absolutely fundamentally it. I've been happy there. Why would you leave somewhere that you've been happy? But hopefully that vlog will take the tears back down. But where I am, where I've chosen to be, is gorgeous, and it's a really exciting new adventure. And I think I'm crying partly because today's been stressful. I didn't know, everything kept overrunning, and then the train running late as well. It's all been nerve-wracking stuff. And I think, when you're in that unknown phase, I think emotions are just really delicate at these times, aren't they? Give it a couple of days. Once I've settled in and got a bit of a routine, once I've got a fridge and a freezer, once I know where my clothes are, just simple things. It will all calm down. I need to blow my nose. It will calm down. Anyway, I'm not going to rattle on anymore right now. I think probably what I need to do, there's a telly in the room. I think I'm going to see if I can find myself a bit of a sad film. That might sound a bit contradictory, but I think actually what I need a jolly good cry. I need to just howl and let it all out. Some of it's happy tears as well, but I will reconvene tomorrow morning as we go through the front door of my new little cottage, and tomorrow I will reveal the name of the new cottage. It's no longer the cottage in the sky, it's the cottage. Tell you tomorrow. All right, lovelies, sweet dreams tonight. You're not going to have it tonight. It's going to carry straight on. I'm so tired. Night after night of virtually no sleep, and that's probably also what's causing the tears and the fear and the doubts and all those thoughts I've been having on the train of, oh, what have you done? This is a mistake. Why are you leaving London? You're an idiot. You love it in London. What have you done? You're going to regret it. That little voice in the head that's really naughty. I'm going to slap that voice down tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning will change everything. I will see you then. This is it. It's moving in day. Never mind moving out day. It's moving in day. I actually managed to get a bit of sleep last night. I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours. Woohoo! Brilliant. So anyway, look, without further ado, I'm just getting packed up here. It's a short walk to my new home. I arrived yesterday in an absolute lashing rainstorm. The heavens just opened. Having, you know, I left London in 18 degrees centigrade. It was gorgeous. Rain here. It's sort of been the skylights up on the top of this big roof. Yeah, it's sort of rained on and off all night. So I opened the stable door this morning. It smells gorgeous and fresh out there. And it's supposed to be dry and sunny all day. Perfect. So without further ado, come on, let's hop it. Let's go and find the new cottage, whatever it's going to be called. I'll see you down there. I'm just waiting for the estate agent with my keys. Might as well have a little introduction. This has got to be cut back massively. It's blocking light and it's holding damp against the building, but you can see. So this is my window. Can you see? This is the giveaway that my home, yes, my home is built from Purbeck stone. You all guessed it, didn't you? Of course I had to come to Swanage. Of course I had to come and live in Swanage. Let me just give you a view from... so yes, it's no longer... I'm going to sit on my wall. Everything is so damp, it really lashed down. I'm no longer living at the cottage in the sky. I'm now living at the cottage by the sea. It's the cottage by the sea, of course it is. It's going to be this. It's going to be. Oh, here comes the refuse truck. It's going to be busy this road at the minute because it's. That's the refuse truck. Yeah, it's sort of 8:30 in the morning, so it's school run and bits and bobs. But otherwise it's going to be quiet. Look at that stone, isn't it gorgeous? Look at my window. Hold on, going to get you all the way up there. Lovely bay window. Come on, agent. Come on, removals truck. All right, lovely. Oh, and the really lovely thing is, as I arrived, there was a woman on the next doorstep. Now, the thing down here is you never know whether someone's a tourist or a resident. So, obviously, I'm going to say hello. I said, hello, do you live here or are you, what should I say? Or are you on holiday? Something like that. Don't want to say tourist. Anyway, she said, oh, no, we live here. I said, oh, anyway. I told her, I'm your new neighbour, introduced myself. They also live on the ground, they're on the ground floor next door. And when I came to look at my property, they had a gorgeous boxer dog bouncing up and down in the window. And I said, is it the flat with the boxer dog? And she got a bit wet of eye, and they've literally just had to have their dog put to sleep. But we've ended up with chatting about dogs, and she's just waiting for her husband to come around in the car to pick her up because they're off somewhere to go and get manure for their allotment. So I said, oh my goodness, allotments, dogs, we're going to get on just fine. Anyway, so how lovely to meet my first neighbour. And it's those little things, isn't it, that help you to start to feel at home. I was texting with Richard last night and he said, let us know as soon as we can come and visit. And it's things like having friends visit, that's what's going to start to make it feel like home, getting to know neighbours. Anyway, it's one of my favourite sounds in the world, seagulls. The sea is really close here. Like I said, it's only about 180 metres away. Have no fear, though, about storm surge. You probably... I'll try and give you a better idea of it at some point, but I'm on a really steep hill. It's good for my thighs and buttock muscles. So the flood risk from storm surges is very, very, very low. I don't know how many metres above sea I am, but yeah, it's like that. It's rush hour in Swanage. All right, lovelies, I will catch up with you once I've got the key. See you in a tick. Okay, quickly before the madness of the removals truck. starts. My agent, bless him, he's turned out all right. He's brought me a lovely big bunch of flowers, a bottle of champagne, brilliant. Let me give you a very quick, this is a really quick look today, and I'm going to explain everything in more detail another day, further down the line in a couple of days. So this is my front room. So we've come in my front door here. Let's come in the front door. Oh, we come in the front door. And we come into the front room. So nice high ceilings. So we're sort of Victorian at the front. The alcoves aren't very deep, but plans for them. But it's a nice size. It's a really good size. And I face, that's east, that's south, so a lot of light all day. So that's the living room. And then into the bedroom. Sweet little room again, and it sort of ducks behind here. So the bed will be tucked in here. Now this room faces north. No, sorry, well it's northwest, so it's evening sun. That's fine, I'm not a morning person. Oh, little peek at my garden. Look at that beautiful Purbeck stone. So again, it's got high ceilings in here. And then as we go towards the back of the house, it starts, or flat, it gets a bit more cottagey. Mind your head. So I need to get a banister for here. It's got 2 steps. You know what? I don't mind. That's going to keep my muscles active. I've got an understairs cupboard here. I've got ideas for this too. Oh, yeah, I definitely need a little handrail. That bottom step is really steep. That's probably not legal. I might try and put 3 steps in there. But yeah, lots of good storage in here. Loads. I think that might be my van. Really, really quick now. Downstairs loo, or well, separate loo. Hate the tiles, hate the black. The kitchen, the most important room, there's my flowers and champagne. Facing north, why would you use black if this is all going to change? But it is rather lovely. I love all the nooks and crannies. You see it starts to feel very cottagey at the back. Lovely built-in. I'm going to get a lot of use from that. Nice nook there. The table is going to be partly in there. So I'm going really quick because I think I heard my truck. Hate hoods, that's coming off. I'll talk more about all of this, and then we can just see through. That's the boiler and a sort of utility space. So I'm going to shelve this. Oh, I'll tell you later on. That's going to be for the washing machine, and then more storage under here. And then finally, these modern radiators aren't for me, but finally the bathroom, which is actually a shower room. It's quite small, but it's echoey as well. But it does the job. So shower, and then the basin. Where does my laundry basket live? I'll make space. I have to get a slimline one. Make space here. And then that's my back door. I'll show you the garden probably another day, but this is my garden. There's little steps down there to the gate. There's a little back alley, and I've got this little outhouse here. It's a bit wet and slippy out there, so I will show you properly another day. But yeah, let me bring you back round here. It's cute, isn't it? I hope, having a look, yeah, I'm looking at that step now and thinking, that is not, sorry, that was really fast. That ain't a legal step. Look how deep that step is. Yeah, it definitely needs an extra step in there. But, and this whole wall in the kitchen, I just love it. There's something about it. So, like I said, I'm going to have a table that's sort of tucked into there, sticks out a bit, and then if I've got lots of people around, I can bring it out. That's going to be for the fridge freezer. I need to think about measuring up. Oh, she left me the pan rack. God, that's a sturdy bit of kit. I'm not sure whether I'd use, I don't know whether it'll take cast iron. yeah, and it's an electric hob. I don't know if I can I live with electric. I have so many, oh, those flowers are so pretty. I have so many ideas, so many ideas. I cannot wait to get stuck in and to share. There's all sorts to do as well for the building, because now I'm the freeholder. Yeah. I'll talk more about all of this on another day, but I knew you all just wanted to get a glimpse of the kitchen. I don't know if you can see, look how deep the windowsill is there. That's gorgeous. Plants, of course. I don't know if there's enough light, but also in the bedroom, also a lovely deep windowsill. So obviously that is crying out to be made into a window seat, isn't it? Oh good, there's a curtain pole. In my overnight bag, I've packed curtain hooks because I thought I'd forgotten that actually there were blinds, and I was thinking that tonight there's no way I want to be let's do it like this. There's no way that I want to be looking through a ton of boxes for my what do you call them? Curtain hooks, yeah. Yeah, rummaging for curtain hooks. So I'm going to find, I hope the label is still on them. Do you remember that lovely, pretty pair of yellow curtains I was sent? I can't off the top of my head remember who sent it. I'm so sorry. But, where have I put the keys? Don't lose the keys. Oh, they're here. Don't lose the keys. Yeah, sorry, I'm distracted. I'm so distracted. Yeah, I'm in. I think the main thing is, I hope from that quick little whiz round that you can see now why I was so keen to nail this sale. Not just because the flat itself is cute, but the location is perfect for me, and it's the perfect size for me. It's all manageable. You know, there's enough space here for me to play with and, yeah, make it my own. I'm going to leave it there for today because, yeah, my removals, they called me about 10 minutes ago to say they're 10 minutes away. Let me go and stand on the step. But what I'll do over the next few days, I'm going to take you room by room and describe to you, show you everything in more detail and tell you exactly what my plans are for each room. And I hope you'll think, oh, that sounds like a nice plan. So for now, God, I'm going to sleep well tonight. For now, I'm going to say to you all, lovely people, thank you so much for your patience on this tortuous house moving thing that's been going on. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you for all your support and your well wishes and everything. And yeah, let's start the next chapter of what did Vivi do next? You know what she did next? She upped sticks and she started a new life somewhere else. Bring it on! For now though, cheerio.